Sin tus caderas no puedo cantar, sin tus caderas no puedo gozar, sin tus caderas y movimiento mi ritmo y música va a parar, sin tu cadera mi melodía no vale nada, sin tus caderas mi ritmo no se llama el son. Sin tus caderas no hay fiesta, no hay ron. Sin tus caderas, sin movimiento, mi ritmo y música va a parar. Sin tu cadera, mi melodía no vale nada. Ay, 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 pa' la sierra. Muévete, atrévete. Sabroso.
Lick my balls! easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me break it. You're sweet. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us awake till the dawn. Ooh, baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. I got you wrapped around my finger, but don't you try to call me tomorrow. There's nothing personal in having a little fun. You wait and see if it's worth your while. So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me break it. You're sweet. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us awake till the dawn. Ooh, baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. Feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. Just take a hint. You got a free pass. Oh, try to hide it, but you had me from the get-go. Let me be frank, I'm not that complicated. If you need me, what's the use of playing games? No, there's no denying what we want. Just watch me break it. You're sweet. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us awake till the dawn. Ooh, baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me.
lick my balls. Poor little rickless bastards. Yeah!
Watch me closely now. I'm traveling at the speed of light from another universe where the stardust and kryptonite. Don't be afraid, you're alright, alright. You're in a haze just for the night, for the night. Just for the night, for the night. Just for the night, for the night. Take me away to Orion, Orion, where all the stars are shining bright like diamonds, like diamonds. Take me away to oblivion, oblivion. Horizon, horizon. Watching you closely now. You're traveling at the speed of light to another universe.
Choopity choop choop. Test 1, 2. Yeah, my mic is working.
You're alright, alright. You're in a haze just for the night, for the night. Take me away to Orion, Orion, where all the stars are shining bright like diamonds, like diamonds. Take me away to oblivion. Horizon, horizon.
Hello.
It's not working.
Yeah, I'm here.
There we go. Yeah, it didn't work right out of the gate. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I needed to put down the music a little bit and put the mic on, etc., etc.
Yeah.
We should be good now. Now let me This one? Yeah, there you are. It's you.
Audio-wise, everything's good except you're dark. That's all. I got the camera though.
Got to put the lights on myself a little bit also. Should be running.
Running good. How are you tonight, sir?
Yeah, well, not too bad.
Good. Yeah, I had a short day today at work, so not too busy of a day. Which is great on the heels of last week, because last week was freaking flat out. As you probably heard me already say, the week.
Yeah. Well, I had a couple of good days this week also, making money wise. That is, yeah.
Yeah. Well, for me, that doesn't really. Depending on the hours, it can change. If I get a lot of hours in 1 week, it's definitely quite lucrative. But otherwise, it's just kind of normal fare.
Yeah, well, the harder I work, the more money I make an hour. You know.
What do you drive?
I'm a plumber.
What's that?
A plumber, you know.
Oh, plumber. Okay, gotcha.
Mostly I do the heating shizzle, so not a real plumber, but yeah, it's
So
plumber.
do a lot of people do what they call mini splits over there now?
And they like to reduce natural gas burning. They like to reduce all kinds of shit, you know. And
you're gonna have to, with the way the Russians are carrying on.
yeah, well, I think politics made it a problem, you know.
Yep, for sure it did.
Because
So
there's
what kind of plumbing is it that you do? Is it gas work plumbing or water plumbing or both or what?
yeah, well, I usually my specialty is gas heating. Installs, or how you call that, the boxes that do the gas heating and the warm water.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like a heat transfer type of thing.
Yeah, but that's almost illegal.
Over here, they call that, under one umbrella, they call it HVAC. HVAC, heating, ventilation.
Yeah, we call it, here we call it like central heating, you know. We got some radiators with water in there, and and I do the repairs and all that shit on that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Something.
People are pretty happy with me when they're cold.
That's the main thing.
Or don't have warm water, you know. Yeah. But bigger companies also, of course, you know, they're. Yeah, well, I can't compete to the bigger companies, but there are still people that like to have personal contact with the plumber or
personal relationship. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like then you can trust someone. You want to stick with them, so that then you kind of naturally build that.
Yeah,
rapport,
but it's like a trusty thing, you know. Of course, I cannot come within an hour or something like that, but it's well, I usually try to fix it within 24 hours, and that's people like that, and you can get a big contract with the bigger firms, you know, and but yeah, they don't. Yeah, how you say that? They don't. They promise you all kinds of shit, you know, but yeah, it's not what happens. You know. And then
you
some
guys
people
have gas over there still, though. See, like we don't have gas here. The only form of gas we have over here is only generally used for a little bit of home heating, but it's just like fireplace sort of things. Like they're almost like it's more of a decorative thing, but they make it functional by making it a propane fireplace, I guess. And barbecues, and places of business where there's heating appliances, big fryers and shit like that. So we've got various sizes of propane tanks, right up to like 500 pounders, right?
Yeah, well, over here, because we were on a big bubble of gas in the North Sea. Yeah, they pumped it up, of course, and it's big money. It's like Russia, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And,
Well, Russia is notable for one thing that's different about it. They run all their piping above ground, and it's wild. You can just everywhere you look, you can see piping that goes up and over and down, and then continues on or whatever in various places. Like just simple streets or like an entrance to a garage or whatever. The piping goes up and all over the place. Most of our stuff like that is all underground here. Like even your electrical, I think, is except for like places like London and stuff like that.
Over here we I think we're heating our houses and we're doing warm water like 30-40 years now from natural gas that's pumped up from the earth.
Yeah.
But lately, we're getting not lately, but like 10, 15, 20 years from starting to pumping it up. And 20 years ago, we never had earthquakes, and where they mining like that natural gas, we starting to get earthquakes. Well, there's people living there, and their houses are cracking up, and it's like.
So you think the gas deposits have something to do with that?
Yeah, of course, because if you extract something from the earth, man, and something,
the pressure is missing.
Yeah, and then at one point it's gonna collapse, or the earth
well,
is
you're creating
gonna move.
a vacuum by what you're saying. If what I get you're saying is true.
But it is. It's written on paper, because of the mining of the natural gas, the earth is collapsing there, and people are above that with their house, and they are having cracks in the cracks.
Our big thing here for heating and all electrical is hydropower from like dams, rivers.
Oh yeah, like wind energy and like hydro.
There's a little bit of wind energy, but it's not very prevalent here. It's mostly hydropower.
Well, over here, because we don't have like waterfalls, etc., we usually what they are starting now is because on almost on every house in the Netherlands they are starting to put on solar panels. For energy and even for
people
warm water.
Use in the plumbing aspect, they'll plumb it in on the roof for heating water. But not so much electrical.
But over here it's not so warm.
It's just
but that's
just ambient heating of this water.
But then
that's the majority here.
Well, it's pretty simple. They want us to go all electric. Okay. But if you look at what the costs are to...
Interesting you should point out, because I say we're on hydro, which we are, but in peak seasons and in peak times in particular, sometimes it's gone down. We have an auxiliary generator just outside this city here, down the coast, and it's all run on bunker crude, and it consumes like a ridiculous amount of crude oil every day when it's running. And there's 3 of them, I think it's down to 2 now, two turbines. So when we're burning all kinds of this.
I'm not saying it's good what we did the last 100 years, with the cars and the burning that gas and the gas. It's not healthy. Simple as that.
But simple math. We're just injecting way too much.
But you can't change like 100 years. You can change that in 20 years or so, and they wanted to change it so far. Listen, even now, when people are or bigger companies, the houses are okay, because you put on how many solar panels can you fit your roof, and so that's always small. But when bigger companies want to do that, then their energy cable that's going into the, yeah, well, you know everything about energy, you know, wattages, etc. If you got a freaking thin cable, you can't deliver, and you know, it's just too small. You got to have bigger cables, and everything has to be bigger. When you got nowadays, yeah, like cars, charge your car. Yeah, you can charge your car. Why can't I charge my car? Yeah, because everybody's charging his car, and the net isn't prepared for that. So yeah.
You just reminded me of something, and I heard something about it on the radio today. I heard a chap talking from over in the UK about it. He'd been over here before, but I live about, I'm going to say about 100 kilometers away from a location, small town on the coast, where the cable actually landed from the other side, from over where you are, way back in
over here in
60 something. Big ass cable, you know, when they laid the first one.
The Netherlands, if you're with a little bit about war now also, but if there's a lot of spionage. Not getting it. You say it in English. Yeah, I think I say it correct. Spionage, like it's a 007 movie, you know, where the Russians are looking for your cables.
Oh, espionage.
Espionage. And over here in the Netherlands, we have a big, well, a couple of big underwater lines that could break any communication between the USA or the, you know, that's important lines. And Russia is, of course, very, well, they like to know exactly where that cable is going in and going out, you know. So,
no, they have been shagging around with them. It's been proven already. They were doing it off the coast of North Carolina or something there a couple of years ago, or like last year or something. One of the Russian warships was still in international waters, but they were right along on the side of the cable, right?
Yesterday, the Russian shot down like a drone, a big drone. Yeah. In the above the international waters.
They splashed them first.
Those are things, mate. Those are things that could change. Well, basically, like everybody's life, you know, because
it's starting to get pretty serious now. Like it's not the old days where they hold up a Coca-La in the cockpit of the or whatever, right?
Yeah, well,
you know,
you're not stupid, and I'm not stupid, but well, yeah, it happened.
Now they're throwing
that's
fuel
not
at
good for
international airspace. That's not good.
Yeah, no. And not good for peace worldwide, for the people that listen. The people that start a war, they don't damage so much, you know. But it's always the people. It's always the people that live on the streets, or like you and me, that get hurt, you know. It's not it.
I don't understand what his end game is. He just keeps going and going and going, and he's just not willing. You know, is it just saving face now, where it's just like, how can you can't just give up. You have to just keep going anyway. That's it.
I'm not.
Or is it?
Listen,
some kind of
no. It's two things.
Mental.
Yeah, well, but it's two things. If you look at Putin, he's a little bit right, you know, because he's saying, Europe, we made an agreement. Europe won't get past this line, and doesn't put rockets from the USA there. And what they did that. So yeah, okay.
Okay, you're not talking about the initial conflict with Ukraine. You're talking about that other bit where they were.
That's where it all started, of course. That's where it all started. But because he's trying to put the border.
It's all of that is, as far as I'm concerned, all of that is called. It falls under one thing, and that's called posturing. That's all it is.
And if you talk to the people, I'm sure you're. Yeah, well, I think most Russian, well, they do get a lot of how do you say that? News from the government and not, but
is it news? Right? Just what do you believe in that these days?
That
you can't
too.
just take that and go, okay, that's what it is. You have to do your
listen
own.
to me. 2 days ago, like the 15th of March, over here in the Netherlands, we got I forgot the name of it. The
Family
stikstof.
show.
No, they want to get rid of the farmers because they produce too much nitro oxygen. Methane, nitro oxygen, and all the other shit,
Yes. Yeah. Nitrates.
Yeah. And 2 days ago, the Netherlands, were able to vote. It was time to vote, and once every 4 years or something. And all almost all of the Netherlands, they were okay with all the traditionals that were sitting. They got a big finger, and everybody support. Yeah, because of that crazy shit, mate. They want us to change zero emission. My house has to be zero emission. If I want to do that, I have to pay like 120,000 euros to get it.
It definitely does. It doesn't cost nothing. So, the money has to come from somewhere. You can't.
Now,
and
they
it has
want
to be,
me.
It has to be sustainable. You can't just turn off the switch and then if 6
but
months down the road it becomes
my
way
house,
too hard, just put
my
it
house
back
is
on.
like 100. My house is 100 years old. It has a double brick wall, So, but the brick wall is in between. Sometimes it's just too small to put in good isolation and
Insulation,
insulation, etc. And if I want to do that all correct, I can better knock it down and build a new house,
Yeah, around here we've got really, really old structures like that too, and homes, and there's something you have to abide by, and that's the heritage rules. When you're dealing with certain buildings in certain areas of a certain age, you can't do certain things.
And then
put sliding windows in it,
not possible
because
it's
really
have
bad.
to but same thing. Well, mine is not like that, but for me it's gonna cost me like 80,000-90,000 euros to prepare for that new electronic all has to be isolated as the best thing, fuck you, mate. I just I'm almost done paying my house, and then now you want to put me in another it is, and that's what the Dutch people now have said. Okay, all good and all is good, and we all into trying to be more earth friendly, etc. But the way it now go, at the speed you want us to do it, fuck you.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's the speed. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So they all the big guys from 8 years now or something, that they maybe 12 years, they're at the top of their political shit. They got a big kick in the ass. Hey, enough is enough now, eh? So the whole of the Netherlands, they voted for a party, or not a party, a party. A different group, and they said, those are giving us some good,
good. Power to the people, man.
Yeah, it took a while before they woke up, mate.
Yeah. Usually does. They don't like to give up their shit willingly, or admit they're wrong. One or the other.
The other group is, of course, other political group or party, partij, we call it the partij group is, well, it's more for the rich, you know.
Yes.
They don't like all. I know a lot of guys that don't have a good brain, so to speak. They aren't professors, or they like to work with their hands, you know, and they like to go work, but they're not welcome anymore somehow because they over here they always, you know, intelligence. Yeah, not everybody has a intelligence knob like you know. There's some people that just like to work and they don't like to deal with all that shit.
No, that's right.
But then what you get is that we are too expensive to make that I don't know.
That change.
To make a cup of coffee, you know, because a cup of coffee is gonna cost you a lot of money because it's you know, stupid, mate. Really stupid.
You talk about that difference though in people. There's a great deal of that here because we have what's called outports. So there's these little communities all up and down the coastlines on this island. Really small communities, and they have certain ways, and they've had these ways for hundreds of years, and they're nothing like, let's say, I deal with in town here. Like I live in a capital city, and it's completely different, and they don't understand a lot of it. It's hard to get them to adopt ideas like what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, it's like what Neil is saying in the chat. We were on the right track at the age of 70, early 80s, but mid 80s and 90s we took a left turn and burned even more. And I think he's right.
All started with
I'm also saying there's a lot of people, of course, making how do you say that? Fucking English. Some people are, you know, they are making, well, criminals, you know. Oh, look at that hole in the. Fuck, how do you say that, man?
You're usually good at this.
Yeah, well, but this word, I can't come up with words for in English.
I'm trying to get the context. I didn't quite grasp it.
Yeah, well, you know. I like to take care for people.
Right.
Well, I like to. Let me say different. I don't have a lot of problems paying a little extra amount of money every month, so that our health care is
right. You don't want to pay taxes,
running.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah. You know. Yeah, well, that's not taxes, that's healthcare, eh?
Okay.
And it doesn't matter me to pay that insurance money so that everybody in the Netherlands can have decent healthcare. Simple. And if you look in America, you know, if you don't have money or don't have healthcare, well, you're sick, and well, they had Obamacare, but they stopped it. You know,
See, we're
that's a little bit the same.
I'm in Canada, and it's a little bit different than that. We actually have a Medicare plan that's universal across the board, but it doesn't cover everything. Not by a long
same
stretch.
here. We have
but basic stuff it covers.
Yeah. And like the house doctor, how you call it, if you need like the
Family
small
doctor,
things. And I think we're on the right way with that. You know, of course, you can't go for. Some people are going to the doctors a lot, because they feel, you know,
a lot of people abuse it. Yeah, a lot of people abuse the system, like any system. Like, you know, one of the systems that gets abused here quite often and on the regular is the unemployment insurance benefits.
Yes, exactly, and that's where I went from. Because there, but I don't mind to pay a little bit of money for that kind of backups for people that need it. But like you said, some people make a lot of, and again the word is out of my head. They're
conniving about it.
Well, it's like
Underhanded,
I think you're just basically an asshole, and you're. It's like you're a robber in the supermarket.
And believe it or not, some of these people have the audacity to let you know that this is what they're doing.
They know
you're the guy that's paying the
listen,
taxes,
mate. Listen,
the
they
money
know
that's
the
put
rules
into
better than
that.
you do. You know, most of that people know the rules better than you do. But look, like what would Blind Neil do? You know, I talked to Blind Neil. He has a vision of like a carrot, well, not a carrot, a pie in his eyes. What could that guy do? And what's the problem if he's getting money to survive? For me, that's not a big deal, you know, because we know he's. But
people who abuse it, people like
the
DEI
abusers.
System where
That's
you're working for cash, but you're actually receiving this unemployment benefits, and you're not claiming the cash that you're getting or the hours that you're getting. And if by doing that, you're abusing the system and making more money than you really should.
But that's always happened because there's always people, of course, not as good as we are, and So that's
I know a bunch of people, unfortunately, that or have known in the past that
me too.
have found some very unique ways to abuse the system.
Yeah, me too.
Through welfare. Welfare is another one.
Yeah, I always was amazed. How can you, you know? I never bothered them about that because I was hoping they would catch, and they were catched and gone to.
Yeah.
Well,
like, I know a guy right now who was working, collecting his checks, going and cashing them immediately at a bank, all of it, taking the cash all the time, every single check. He's not paying taxes and hasn't in years, and is also collecting social assistance.
Yeah, well, over
at
here.
The same time. And so there's, you know that's going to end eventually, and it's not going to be good.
They're gonna,
it's still going, right?
Yeah, over here. A couple of days ago, I went by a Texas car, you know, it scans your license plates of the car.
Yeah.
And when something is wrong, they pull you over like 100 meters further on the parking lot. And there were like 4 people, but and it wasn't correct, you know, and so they 50,000 euros for income taxes or not paying taxes on the car. Keep driving a car from the in an hour. 4 cars, 4 people in 1 hour, 50,000 euros.
Wow.
And I always have to pay. If I don't pay, mate, I get or an email or a letter. You gotta pay.
I keep my shit tight. My vehicle is insured, registered, all that stuff. So there are people
mine too.
That won't insure it. Number one, they won't register it. Number two, they'll drive around in that vehicle for X amount of time until they get caught. When they get caught, it doesn't matter about their license because their license has already been revoked long ago.
Probably.
And they're gonna rate. They don't care about the car because the car costs $400, and they go and they buy another car for $400, and they do the same thing again. That's the vicious cycle that happens with that on the low end.
If I do one thing, if I do one thing illegal, mate, they're immediately at the at the doorstep here, you know, and you gotta pay. Even with parking, mate, with parking, I have so much trouble with people or the parking. The parking guys, you know, they have to control you.
Yeah. It's not terrible here,
Nowadays
but,
they have a scan auto, eh? They just scan every license plate, and if it's not, you know, you can better stop in the middle of the road, so to speak, because then they don't know what's happening, and yeah, well, what you want? Yeah, well, my car broke down, you know. Sorry. Really,
well, yeah, and
really,
it doesn't matter what they're talking to you for.
No,
what the reason
it's
was.
every
single other thing is going to come out right then
and
there
they're
because they're gonna run your plate.
too stupid to understand what you're saying. Well, because they got the school and you gotta do this and you gotta say that. Yeah, well, that's not the deal here, mate. I'm not here for parking.
People amaze me.
Yeah. Well,
people fucking amaze me. You know, there's a story of two guys, they were doing a drug run from the west coast of this island to town, which is about 850 kilometers, in a pickup truck, in an old pickup truck. Okay, so they left Corner Brook, which is 850 kilometers away on the other side of the island, in this pickup truck with drugs on board, and decided to do 160 on the highway. Now, we don't have an Autobahn. We have a regular transcendent highway, and the limit is 100. The most you're gonna really do is
my last ticket for speeding was like for I was going like 8. Well, we use kilometers an hour. It was like 8 kilometers an hour too fast, and then you get a little correction from 2 kilometers. So I was 6 kilometers hours too fast. Well, too fast, of course. Gotta be honest. I was driving too, but it isn't like I'm put people in danger or traffic in danger.
Yeah, you're not being reckless.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's just.
No, these guys were being reckless. These guys were not only being reckless, they had like a large quantity of dope in the car, in the truck. And then they got hauled over and they got busted for the car. Why the fuck were you doing 160 kilometers an hour with that much drugs on board? That is
that's even more stupid. Yeah.
Oh my god. Like what possessed you? What made you think that was any way, shape, or form okay?
Yeah, that's stupid.
And I can't get it. Stupid. I can't. I don't understand people. Anyway, that's my beef. I just don't deal well with people who are not necessarily stupid, but just
yeah, well, some people are.
They just don't have a grasp, and I'm like, how can you not understand the basics of this?
Yeah,
you come
it's the same everywhere, mate. Then all day. Well, I call them. Well, not everybody's criminal, of course, but those people are. They think they're uncatchable or something, you know, and they feel invincible. Because it worked like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times before, and then they get nice.
I'm going to replenish my green.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk too then. See you soon.
Ta-da. Dude, right on time.
Oops, okay. Let me put my close a little bit. Blind Neil, we have some dump ass criminals in Canada. Yeah, well, we have them all. They're all everywhere. Blind Neil. Yeah. Well, I'm just. I think most of the people I talk to, like you, on the internet, outside, most people are. Yeah, they're pretty decent.
Well, let's start from scratch. Most people at work you're talking about there can operate a computer, so that requires a certain level of intelligence, and I believe that establishes at least a certain level of intelligence.
Yeah, but it is, of course.
At this level.
Listen, I'm not like a saint, you know.
No, Jesus, neither am I.
Because and well, I brought like old iron and old copper and brass to the junkyard, and I had like 30 euros or something like that, you know.
Lick my balls!
Hey, blikker. But I don't give up. Give that to the tax. I don't, you know. Am I a criminal then?
No. Well, listen. I've owed taxes now for the past 3 years. It's all accrued. Like, it's all adding up. But I haven't paid it. Doesn't make me a criminal.
No, but that's something I keep out of the books, you know, because 30 euros.
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
I'm not a thief, but because I'm way too honest.
Here's an okay scenario. Say this guy right plays drums, and he plays reggae, and he plays in a reggae band, and he goes and he's on EI. He's off work, so he's on EI, and he lives in Canada, but he goes to St. Pierre with a band to get paid in cash in a different country and out of the country for a period of time, and then comes back with that cash, and then has somebody else input the digits into the phone so that you can receive your benefits, even though you're not there in Canada to do that. Let's just say somebody did that. That wouldn't be so bad.
I'm not sure what you're saying now, because because you can you can have content like money in your hands, you know. Boom.
So here's what happened. I was on EI, so unemployment insurance, way back in the day. Let's say. I left the country to go play in a band in France. We have an island that belongs to France off our coast. So technically, I went into France. You're not supposed to leave the country. Ding. Okay, strike one. I got paid in cash over there, and I didn't declare it. Strike two.
Those things. Those things don't matter to me, anyway, so to speak.
Oh, I got somebody else to input my numbers while I was gone because I wasn't there to do it.
Yeah, but like I said, those are for me as a person to person, and because I know you a little bit, you know, that those are fuck them all. You know?
I did it once. Like, you know, what I'm talking about beforehand there, what we were talking about, these are people that are doing it habitually and with purpose throughout a long period of time.
but I don't care about that shit. I would never talk to customs or anybody about that. Even if you're a bad neighbor from me, I wouldn't even. No, you know, it's just the way I am thinking, and no, I would never, even if I was having a fight with you, I wouldn't even.
Right? Yeah.
Because it's just you know.
Yeah. No, that's pretty inconsequential. You know, that scenario. I mean, it was a one-time thing. I mean, I had to go play with these guys. in another country, which is a novel thing in of itself. What happened? Your lights went out or something?
No, I thought I heard something. No, I wouldn't. No, but it's if a person is a real asshole, of course, then yeah, you can have a problem. Eh?
Oh, they're out there.
Nah, I got a couple of yeah, especially like insurance companies. You know, I can really,
Oh,
mate, really. They always screw you and yeah.
Oh, that end of it, yeah.
If something
Everybody
happened,
has to pay it, though.
I had a like well, I didn't have an accident, but somebody ran in the back of my car. You know, my car had to be repaired, of course, or a little bit denting out of the denting, and then I had to pay. You know, I had to pay money. I said, "What? Why do I have to pay money?"
Oh,
I said it
yeah.
wasn't even my. Yeah, but
Yeah,
your
it's called a
because
deductible,
your
yeah.
car was like 5 days in the shop. It didn't make the kilometers, and so.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about, asshole? You know,
Yeah.
and that's when I'm getting, yeah, well, that's.
Yeah, I had broken glass in a lease car that I had one time, and I went to get that looked at. Well, insurance was going to cover it, but there was $100 deductible. But I found this glass place that would do it, and they paid the deductible, because they get paid the labor and everything on top of it, so they just kind of milked it and they absorbed it. So I didn't have to pay anything.
I don't. It's like the same when you're flying or something, with with the airplanes and over there, and you get a day. Well, you miss your flight or something because they did it wrong or there was some kind of delay. Before you get your money back, if you look at all those papers, mate, then they just, yeah, well, it's yeah. You almost have to be a lawyer to fill in all that shit, and yeah, they hoping you don't, of course, because yeah. That's what they're.
Well, do you know what I can sum all that up with? Nobody reads the fine print.
I think I'm jumping from here to there now, but in speaking things. Yeah.
But nobody reads the fine print, is what you were saying there.
Yeah, it's just yeah. Well, we always click OK, right? Well, even
Exactly.
yeah.
I don't have time to read all that.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
That's basically what it amounts to. I'm not fucking reading all that.
It's like 30 papers or maybe 20.
Well, all you gotta do is look at the scroll bar and you're going, oh, there's more. It's like, no.
Yeah, fuck it. But I like to try it. Okay.
Sometimes I have on occasion, though, just like, hang on a second, stop. Just have a look at this for a second, just to see if there's anything glaring in it.
Yeah, it depends on the website or the what
I
your.
agree. It depends on where it comes from.
Yeah. Because how can you not accept like your bank account shizzle?
Yes.
I don't accept that. Yeah, but then we have to stop your bank account. Oh, really? Because I don't accept your.
Yeah. Those scam artists are getting pretty handy, aren't they? Holy.
Yeah, I don't. I
the
think
people that call you usually from India.
Yeah, I think I got a lot of phone calls from before, because my phone number is if you Google my name, you see my.
Oh, is that right?
So, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's not the case for me, but they just end up finding me every once in a while, and I get the calls, But I try to keep them on the line.
I don't have time for that shit, mate. I give them what's up? Yeah, Mr. Rooland, you like to? Yeah, no. Goodbye, dude. Even my phone,
next
or
up,
I've got a pretty decent modern phone. It just says scam call because other people marked it as a scam call.
And that's the way.
And then the next call is with a different number. Well, the same number, but different.
Yeah, they're showing up. They're showing up as local numbers with local area codes and stuff, right? So you're more inclined to answer it because of that, which I had, of course. I will anyway because that's nothing on me. But yeah, I always try to keep them on the line. One of my favorite websites to watch on, or sites to watch on YouTube is Kit Boga and Scammer Payback. Those two guys, they go after these guys, and they really, it's all, there's a lot to it. Anyway, they tie up these people and get them busted and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, there's one guy, and he's pretty good with it. He even hacks their computers back also with their, because if they give you, if you give them as an operator of your own computer, if you give them the okay to access your computer,
that's
then you can also access their computer, and that's
part of the scam. Yeah, and then they rewrite the HTML to make it think like they sent you back too much money, or you inputted too many numbers in error, and that went through, and they use HTML. They edit the HTML page on your computer then and there to change the numbers temporarily. So if you refresh the page, it'll go back to normal. But if you don't, which you won't do because you don't know to do that, the numbers have changed because he's gone in and looked at the HTML.
You still have to click. Always have to click a little thing, to. That's how they talk. But if you click here and then boom. All those scammers, and if you don't click there, then there's nothing gonna happen because you don't give access. But once you
they'll talk you into it. They'll tell you it's something else.
That's there.
The main people
I once had a call from
older people are the prime suspects for this because they don't know any better and they'll follow their instructions to the letter.
And I once had, I had them a couple of times, of course. And one was from Windows, Windows. He was from Microsoft. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah.
He's some. Yeah. And with a big accent, and
and he's from Texas.
I mean,
yeah, sure you are, buddy. You sound like you're from Texas, all right.
Yeah. You have a big problem. You have a big problem. I have a big problem. You calling me?
No, but see, I'll be nice to him. I'll drag him right down the line. I'll get him right to the point where it's like, okay, I gotta give up now.
There are a lot of YouTube videos from people.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
Playing with them.
I watch a lot of those, and I really enjoy it because some of them get really crazy, and it keeps them on there for sometimes upwards of 30 hours, man. 30 fucking hours.
Well, I don't get it.
Unbelievable. Same guy, right? And he's just got him talk. He's just got him roped. Like something went wrong. Something went wrong. You asked him to do something else, and then something went wrong, and he just keeps trailing it, and he just wastes this guy's time. And a lot of the times they'll steal information off the computer.
30 hours is too long for me. But they can.
Well, this guy does it for a living, right? I'm pretty sure he doesn't have to work.
Yeah,
his YouTube channel has
I have one
2 million.
Like when I had the 3DR Solo, there was one guy, also with 3DR Solo, of course, in the drone group. But it was a smart, a good editing guy, and because he got a lot of scam calls also, he started to record them and keep them busy, etc. And I forgot his name.
It's hilarious. And like some
Hilarious,
of them is absolutely
yeah.
like
Maar ja,
hilarious,
it's-
'cause they are stupid, right? They are so stupid.
I don't have time for all that shit. What you calling Storik? They always start with, do I interrupt? Yeah, well, it depends what you're calling for. Yeah, and then they start talking. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. Goodbye, toot, toot, toot. That's how I deal with it, mate. Because
Yeah, no, I always find it entertaining.
if
It's like free entertainment for me.
yeah,
so
but
I always
I should. Yeah, but they don't call anymore after 5 o'clock. You know.
Yeah.
They usually did, but it's not allowed anymore in the Netherlands. So they do it during the day now. Yeah. And during the day now, I don't have the OBS open to record all shit like that.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I just fuck you. Go away. No, not interested. Goodbye. And
Are you drinking Tuborg?
No, I am having Hertog Jan.
Not familiar. Sounds
Yeah.
good, though.
Yeah, it's a good
Is that a
one.
lager?
It's no. Yeah, I think
Lager or ale?
yeah, it's an old beer also.
Or malt.
It's a little bit well, the alcohol percentage is the same as all the beers, of course. It's not a double alcohol thing, but it has a little bit more of a yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But I always
That's like good stuff. You know, it's a bit more punch in it, but there is a great deal more alcohol in this.
I buy them in the supermarket. You know, we have a couple of cradles of beer here that are like good beers, you know, and good beer.
Well,
And
I can
every
respect
week
that
they
because-
give you like a couple of percentage shortage on the cradles. And this week it was Hertog Jan, but Hertog Jan, it's a nice beer. It's a nice beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your culture is one that likes a lot of beer, like different kinds of beer. They're a beer culture.
Yeah, and wine, people. Wine.
Yeah.
And I'm not good with whiskey or
No,
mixes,
I can't
you know,
either.
because
I mean, I can, but I shouldn't.
Yeah. If I'm alone, it wouldn't be a big problem indeed. But
Yeah. Yeah, with other human beings, that it becomes a problem.
Yeah. And and with beer, I don't have that problem, so to speak.
Oh. Same, man. Same. Exact same. But it took me a while to discover that. You know?
Yeah. I'm
What
50.
happened to you last night? I have no idea.
No.
You
No.
start hearing stories about what you did, and you're going, "This sounds brand new to me, and I don't like it." You
No.
know?
No. This, you know, do you know apfelkorn? Apfelkorn? It's
Say
like
it again?
apfelkorn.
Up for corn.
Appelkorn. It's like if you go skiing or something like that, you know, ice cold little to get warm.
I know an aperitif, but that's not what you're talking about.
No. But there's a lot of. Let me start over.
To me, that's just shots on the hill. I've done that before.
Well, if it's cold, you know, you have some alcohol beverages that get you warm inside, etc., etc. You know. Yeah,
It works,
well,
too.
it
Just a little
works,
bit. You
but
can
it's
overdo
not.
it. You can
It's
definitely
not,
overdo it.
only one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, and just in the sense that it'll get you cold. Not that you're going to be a mess or anything like that.
No,
but
it's
you
just
can be.
giving you the warm
But,
feeling.
Yeah, there's that fine line. You know, you have a couple of nips every few runs. It's perfect. Any more than that, it's like, no, you're going to be froze to death.
Yeah. But
let's
it's
see.
all those, like I said, if I drink one, it's okay, or two, it's
Yeah,
okay, and then
I've done that.
I
I've
go
proven it to
on
myself. I
to the
successfully
beers,
did that
and
at
no
Fire
problem
Beer
at
as
all.
well.
I'm just a little bit more early drunk because of that too, of course. But if I keep drinking
I have a
shit,
cocky wrist, so I tend to keep the flow flowing.
yeah,
Like, I don't sit down
I'm
for
a beer
5
drinker. I'm a beer drinker. Some people only drink Coca-Cola, you know. Some people drink
I like
beer.
Coke too.
Well, I don't.
Coke,
I never.
Coke,
No,
chocolate milk, and beer.
no,
water,
I'm mostly of milk, and then coffee, of course, and yeah, in the evening beers. And if I drink something different than beers, it's like, well, not the Coca-Cola, but like the Cassis. Do you know Cassis?
I think I had that in France.
I think so
Is it
too.
like a fruity flavored drink?
Yeah, a bit purple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I had that in France.
Because
It's
you
all
know,
the same
yeah,
shit.
it's all the same shit. There's a lot of sugar in there,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, it's a
I do buy them nowadays without sugar. Well, replacement sugar is in there, but
Yeah.
should be. Yeah.
You
And
can get
every
stuff here with real cane sugar in it, like a root
Yeah,
beer,
well,
or
that
cream
was-
soda, and stuff with real cane sugar in
but
it.
that's
So it's apparently it's different, you know.
It is, I think,
Yeah,
because it's
Yeah.
not
natural,
natural.
not
exactly.
unrefined. I think it's the refining that makes it bad for you. I think.
Nah, that's what they do, eh?
Yeah.
Get more out of that. I don't like that. That is no.
Yeah, but
And if you look at your, you know, you bake an egg in a pan.
Oh,
huh?
yeah.
There's
oh,
they have a anti. So your egg
Antioxidant?
won't. So that your egg or your meat won't stick to the pan.
oh, okay, yeah.
But that's a big cancer.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the biggest cancer thing. You need to buy a pan without all that shit, you know, and just an iron pan like
No,
the,
but I mean
the
now.
Chinese
Okay,
use.
so what I have is different than Tefal. What I have is called ceramic. So ceramic is natural.
As
You know,
long
it's
as
just
it
colored
doesn't,
ceramic.
as long as it doesn't have that Tefal anti-aanbak,
the
baking
circles.
shit,
Yeah,
silicon
yeah.
shit, and then you're good. Yeah.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
the
it doesn't
best
have
is the best is just an iron pan, you know, that you.
I
Yeah,
agree. I
and
just
you
don't
and
have
you
one.
clean it with a little cloth, and,
and you
not
season
too
it
not
every
too
once
much
in a while.
water, because then you get rust, because the oil of your baking should
Yeah,
conserve
and
it.
you got to every once in a while
And
you got to
not
what they call
that
season
bad.
it, where you strip it down and then you re-oil it and you let
Yeah,
it, you
yeah.
bake it and then re-oil it again.
Hot, yeah, like the Chinese do, huh?
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
but what would I was always buying that freaking pans with the anti-shizzle Tefals shit in it, you know? Yeah. And then now you read, it's cancer. You can have cancer from that. Fuck.
yeah, that would be
Well,
no good.
how can you even put the thing in the market? You know?
That's what I wonder.
It's just, and they even are allowed to like their waste water. They're allowed to dump it on the rivers.
Oh yeah,
Come on, man!
crazy.
Yeah, well, in the beginning, okay, you do some testing, okay, there's no problem, and I can get that, you know, you can make a mistake, but once you know all that shit is happening, and that's not only in the Netherlands, it's global, eh? Yeah, and they put, and fuck you, mate. I really, for me, that's. I'm not a nature freak, eh? Let me put that in front, eh? I love but I love nature. I like to take care
absolutely,
of our earth.
I grew up. I grew up doing a lot of camping and stuff. Like a lot of camping.
Nature
Like,
is great.
I spend my weekends getting cab rides basically to this spot that's kind of in the center of town, but the center of town is like covered in woods. So we go in there and go camping for the weekend, and then we come out and go to this golf course, the home base of the golf course. Call the cab again, come pick us up. Like every weekend when we were young, you know, lots of camping. I love the outdoors, man.
How old are you?
I'm gonna be. Oh God, I can't even say it. I am 54.
I'm 51.
Yeah.
So we're close. God damn it.
It's all over now.
I'm just.
Of course not. It's interesting though. There's a lot of water under the bridge to look back at. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's the interesting part, I think.
Yeah. No, I'm not sure how to say this, but I'm feeling I'm getting old, you know, but I still feel
no,
young.
You know, just around the time that's not bad, because some people feel it a lot earlier than that, and some people don't even get the chance to.
When I go to people, if I shave myself without the gray hairs on my beard, they think I'm. You look young. Yeah. I think you know. I think it's the smoking that.
Yeah, that's what does it.
I really think that it helps aging.
Well, it certainly makes you, helps to make you look like a what is it?
But also in gaining weight, etc. You know. I really think so.
If you give up smoking, you'll gain a lot of weight.
Yeah, because you start eating.
I think there's a missing element there, and that is that you're going to eat more, and that's probably what's causing that. But generally speaking, if you give up smoking,
eat a lot, mate. I eat a lot.
It's a replacement, right?
Just a replacement. Smoking isn't a replacement for eating, though. Like when I'm hungry and I smoke, it's not that my hunger stops or something. Does it?
I have had a cigarette instead of going and getting something to eat, and I've been, I forgot about it for a period of time. So I can definitely say it's possible that having a cigarette or nicotine is possibly making me, I don't know, what is the word?
It delays the eating.
Well, there's a particular word I'm looking for, and it begins with S, and I cannot find it. Anyway, it doesn't replace it, but it tries to.
Yeah, but so does beer. But yeah, that's not what I'm. Not what I'm eating in the morning. So yeah. Yeah.
No, I have to tell myself, like, you have to eat regardless, like, of you feeling full. You still have to eat food.
I always try to eat like fruit, some veggies. I'm a big meat lover.
Me too, buddy.
Oh,
yeah, I had a bacon sandwich about an hour and a half ago. Yeah. Bacon.
Meat.
That's it.
Lovely.
I love meat, right? Steak is my favorite.
Yeah, but
thing in the world.
That's why I always have to. You gotta have different food also, for your.
But you know what? Here's the thing. It hasn't been a problem. I've not had a lot.
If you look, I'm not gonna say that, trouwens, by the way. No. But if you don't eat enough
of those things,
phasels, for your shit, so that's more like compact. Fibers. Yeah, fibers. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. So that's what I.
Listen. If all you ate was fucking red meat for a while, I'll guarantee you're gonna get pretty bound up. You're gonna have your poo is gonna be like giving birth to a watermelon.
Yeah, it's not good. No.
You know, no, and that's not comfortable. Nobody likes that. It just feels like your world's about to fucking end.
Yeah,
just
you
want
don't
to
like
stop.
that. No.
The room starts spinning, things start going black. Next thing you know, it's like, oh God, thank you. Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, so yeah, I try to eat some veggies. They're not my favorite, but yeah, and some fruits.
No, I like
fruits,
them.
of course.
I just like I don't know. It's just not something that's readily available. And anytime I go to get any, it's really fucking expensive.
The thing is that
Really
over
expensive.
here, it is getting expensive. But over here we are in the Netherlands, so we have some
Home
forgot
stuff. Yeah. I know
like
what you're
season veggies. Season. You know, in the winter you have like the cauliflower, or how you call it?
cauliflower.
The white.
Yep, cauliflower.
Yeah, they're expensive too now. I don't know why, because they they grow on the.
Yeah, well,
On
the
a
fact of the
cold
matter
spot,
is that
but yeah.
anything that's in a climate that requires moisture and that becomes arid is going to cost more money instantly.
Yeah,
And
but
vice versa.
this-
Something that's supposed to be in fucking dry weather, a
Now,
crop.
for the
that-
cold,
that's
what I'm
inundated by
talking
fucking
about in what I'm
monsoons,
to-
is
what
that
I'm
the cost of that's going to go up.
what I'm talking about in the Netherlands, that's just taxes, you know, taxes. They tax freaking
Well, that's
thing,
always there.
you know. And if you go to Spain, it's like half price.
Yeah.
It is like 1,000 kilometers further, okay, but it's growing here. It's growing here, but because of
Yes.
the government taxing the shit out of it all, shit, it's expensive, and yeah. And of course nowadays we got huge inflation. I'm sure you're
Yep.
having
That's
that
everywhere.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's. But people are standing up here. 2 days ago we had a pretty important voting day. Yeah. And basically the whole of the Netherlands voted away the sitting people. And
Sitting government, yeah.
yeah, the sitting government. Yeah, correct. And yeah, well, I'm pretty proud of the people on the on my fellow Dutchmen, you know.
So that was a regular national election, right? Correct.
We have like
One every 4 years, right?
yeah, and we have like 2 chambers. You know, you got the first chamber.
Yeah. Each side of the fence, sort of thing.
And the second, no, we have the second chamber. That's where the rules are talked about, or changes are talking about. But like from every political group, you know, the
Sounds like
political.
parliament to me.
Sorry.
A parliament.
Parliament, yeah, parliament,
Okay.
exactly, and that's the second one. And if the second one is making, having IDs, they have to put that IDs or their rules or their package. They have to give it to the first chamber, you know, and the first chamber, that's the most important thing, because that's where the. Well, if you got the most of the votes, you're in the second
Yeah, it
chamber,
depends.
the
Always
biggest
gonna
one.
depend
But
on
in
the-
the first chamber, if you got the most of the votes, it's simpler to
Yes. It'll go through
put.
faster.
Yeah, but the whole of the Netherlands voted all the sitting ducks away, all the sitting fuckers. We want
Yes.
her to sit there, and really, in every part of the Netherlands. It never happened. Never happened. Because
Before.
they're crazy. They're crazy over here, mate. They
Yeah.
want us to put. We have to invest a lot of money to
Yeah,
for
well,
that
that's it,
20,
that's it.
35,
The
you know,
people
to
will
get
resist, and people have resisted, and that's it.
fuck
And we
you,
stay
it's
spoken. It's
important.
like, we don't want to do that. We can't afford to do that.
Of
So fuck
course,
you guys.
of course, I like to help, and I would help. But
Yeah.
how can you?
Gradually.
How can you gradually? Yeah, and or give me some. You know, they put in money
Yeah,
like
I mean,
in a like
it's
in a
called,
like in a
subsidy,
bowl. They
subsidized.
put in money in a bowl, you know, and when you're not
subsidize it.
and when you're not in time to log in on the internet to get some money from that bowl, it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. How would I? You know.
Our government gives us, or sorry, not even our government, our power supplier, our hydro power supplier, will give you subsidies for transferring over from oil. Because there's a lot of people still here on oil.
For heating.
That was the other real prevalent thing, and it was a lot more prevalent back in the day. And then before that,
but where are you going into? Where are you
they
going?
used to deliver coal to each and every house.
Yeah, but what I want to know is what you're going into then, because like the people that were using gas or oil to heat their houses, what they're trying to replace it with.
In that case,
Yeah.
it would have been, fuck, what did I say?
Electronic or gas? Or?
Electrical, yes. Replace it
Okay,
with
then I know. Yeah, then they want to go.
Because even at that, it's more efficient, and you're getting away from the hydrocarbon burning. You know, all that shit.
Yeah, and do they get it out of the air then, or did you go in the ground?
No, it's all hydro.
Yeah, hydro. So
Hydro,
air
or solar, right?
It's
So
like reversed air conditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah, well that's electronic. I don't get.
Well, there's a couple of different ways to do it. I mean, even with the
Yeah,
the
I know
stuff,
exactly.
There's no real plumbing to do with it. I mean, it's just electricity, and it's not very much to run those things.
It's a reversed refrigerator. Nothing different. You can even your airco can warm your house and cool your house. Simple as that. It's just electronics, and you don't use.
But even on the old school end of it, like there's still, like, my apartment here all has baseboard heating. Every single room has just baseboards that have an electrical connection. That's not the case in, like, the houses that are next to me that are older than this one, for sure, by a long shot. They'll all have radiation heat. In other words, they'll have radiators in rooms underneath windows and in hallways and stuff like that. And it's all based on a furnace in the basement, usually, that's recirculating water throughout that whole system.
That's what that's
way.
in most for heating. That's the usual thing to do. That's exactly it's exactly the same way we do it here. Except I have upstairs somewhere I have a central heating box. So it's a vacator.
Your home has been upgraded, right?
No, it's been here.
You said your house is 100 years old, right?
Yeah.
Well, it hasn't been here since day one.
Nah, but those little things you gotta. But what they want to do now? What
the
they
place
want
that I grew up in, right here, and in particular the house I grew up in, which was really, really old. There's a lot of history. Like, stuff is really old here because we're the first.
No.
We're the first colony.
All that old stuff. We
are the oldest in North America. Where I am is the oldest city in North America.
Yeah, well,
so, like, the only established civilizations before
I can tell you this: I lost all that old shizzle thingies when I went in here. I basically knocked down everything in the house, you know. Well, not down because then, but started all over. I need a new kitchen though. Freaking kitchen is falling apart. Yeah, that's a thing. No, but over here in the Netherlands, mate, 40 years, we are heating our houses. We have a little, well, not little, but we have a gas powered thing. It pumps water that's heat because of that cv kettle, and it pumps it through radiators, and then you get your heating.
Yeah.
And why
circulating water system?
Exactly. And why did we had that? Because we were in the middle, on top of a bubble of natural gas. You know.
So yeah, you're burning gas to get your flame to heat the water.
Correct.
But
Correct.
where we were back in the day here, it was, well, before we had electric heat even in the house that I left, that was really, really old. It was 150 years old when I left it. It survived a couple of the great fires that we had in this area. It still had basic radiator heat. But before that, and you can tell signs of it because the way the furnace is, it doesn't look. You can tell for sure the furnace was not there when the house was built because there's stuff around it.
Those
there's no way that somebody would build.
Listen, mate.
So before that, it's all coal, and in the back of the house, there's this little addition, and it's all concrete and fucking wood and stuff, and there's stuff just framed out on the inside, and there's a hatch on the side that's not leads to the road.
One
and
house.
What the hatch is for shoveling coal into, and then inside you sort the coal into like bigger lumps, smaller lumps.
My house is what I said. My house is like 100 plus years. I have for that coals, you know, I have
coal
that
chute.
Silo, not silo, the storage
chute.
The storage chute, yeah. It's closed with stones, etc. You know, closed.
Yeah, because it's no longer
because
used.
But I have it. This house has been through, over 100 years old.
Yeah.
But it's my house is standing in a place. I think the local government is, you know, I'm a little bit bastards. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
They
I remember asking the story. You know, I was a young fella and I went downstairs into that room and I found an actual, still there from like God knows when, little lumps of coal. And I remember picking them up and asking my grandfather, like, what is this, right? And he said, that's coal. I said, so, and then he started to tell me the story about, before we had,
it is how my father started this business.
Through this gate, they would open up the door, and then this truck would offload, shovel
big business
this coal
back
down into the chute, and then we would sort it all out into these bins, and then we would take bucket with a small shovel, shovel some wood, and then bring it upstairs to the fireplaces and stoke the fireplaces with it. Crazy shit, man. This is what I grew up with, right?
Nowadays, also people are, it's cold upstairs. Yeah, well, when I was a kid, in winter, sometimes there was ice in the inside of the windows. And it doesn't make me.
Okay, here's one for you. Here's one for you. Did you have storm windows?
Back in the when I was little. Nowadays we have like triple glass or something and shit
I know
like
that.
that.
I'm not asking about now. I'm asking about then. Did you have the type that you went and put up in the winter, in the fall, late fall, and then took them down again in the spring?
No, we just had
this
one.
Is something, yeah. So this is something that we had here, and you would see people in the fall and in the spring.
Oh wait, I know now what you're talking
ladders,
about. Yeah, I'm not.
And there's these.
There are some houses.
So
I think even
two guys would be up on ladders and this
closing
extra painted
the
glass,
hatches,
put it up over there, and screw it in, right? And then take it down again.
Over here we have some houses like from the early days, and they have like wooden
Yeah,
wooden
I know what you're
flaps,
talking about.
and then you can
Yep.
flap them in front of your window. Nowadays, of
but you
course,
can't see
it's
through that.
different. Now it's
Yeah.
like I said, triple glass,
Yeah, no,
and
it's just a extra pane of glass that was added in winter just for storm
I
conditions.
tried it.
You know?
Or, no. I have some. One, two, three. Yeah, I've got a couple of windows that are double glazed nowadays. Yeah. My house is 1900. The floor is laying down on a bed of sand, you know.
Yeah.
So that's cold. Well, it's not so cold.
Yeah. Well, the house that I
But
was
it's
in,
costing you a lot of
because
money.
the basement was the way it was, and the coal chute and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like all that was above ground.
But
that was very much the
listen to me,
basement,
man.
and it was
Listen.
kinda inset into a hill.
If they want
And then
me
on
to,
top of that, you had next story, and then another
it
story,
might-
and then another story. So it seemed to me like the whole house was 4 stories high, when it was indeed quite high.
mine is 2 stories high, and the floor is cold because back in the days, it wasn't normal to isolate your floor. You know, you just put on.
Yeah. And you didn't heat
some
your whole
people
house.
have
You
a
just
little
heated
room
the
to-
spaces that you needed to. So with each individual room in this house had a fireplace. I shit you not. This place had
but that
six-
was back in the days.
6 fireplaces. Right?
Small ones.
In every
not
room
the-
there was a fireplace. And like I said, back in the day, the coal was the way to get it, and then that bucket, there might have been
And
3 at one
also,
point in time.
listen, your burning woods. You know, of course, you got a
Eventually
chimney.
you're burning wood, but I think first
But
you
you
were burning
need
coal.
fresh air to get the chimney going, also, to get that.
Well, it's a big enough house. You're not really concerned about not having good enough backdraft.
you need.
It's a huge house, right?
Yeah.
And it was a duplex. So
It's in the castles
house that
here,
was next
mate.
to us that we were joined to was an exact mirror image of ours, and it was. When you looked at the whole thing, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. Anyway, that's what I grew up in, and hide and go seek in my house was awesome because there was fucking all kinds of places to hide because the place was just
I only had
gigantic, right?
we had like I'm not sure if you know how the Dutch houses look like, but they're
Yeah,
not
they got
big.
the gables and shit. Yeah.
But we got like a pointy, mostly.
Yeah.
It's a pointy roof, you know.
Yep.
You don't do any. Yeah, it's storage if you put a floor in there.
It's in the attic.
You know,
It's
the
used for
attic. Yeah,
ventilation.
exactly. The attic. But that was when I was young.
Yep.
And I got the first blowjobs there, mate.
Oh no way! Tell your mom.
Well, she knows because she came up. What you doing here?
That's the worst.
Mama, go back there.
That's the worst. Oh,
No,
Mama, I don't smoke pot. I don't.
she was in choo-choo.
More. We'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a piss in a bit. Hoop-poop-po. That's a fucking button. Boah.
Because I'm old and decrepit, that's why.
Eh?
Old and decrepit. Why do I need to be full screen for?
Oh, sorry. This one. That's better.
Is the spotlight in me? Am I highlighting some contacts there?
Wrong button, jongen. Wrong button. But you got a lot of light going, yeah?
That's a little too much love, buddy. A little too much love there. Appreciate it, though.
I think, yeah, well.
I'm not at my best.
I
can give two fucks at the same time, but I'm still.
Yeah, but if you look at my, when we're not talking, I always have like a little doggy, and then I can change that a little in a little Rooland if I like the camera, Yeah, this one, like this, and then I go this. See how little I am. Oh wait, you can.
On the main screen?
Yeah, on the.
Oh yeah, that little thing. Yeah.
I'm not a big fan
That's cute.
of.
I like that. That's a nice little feature.
I'm not a big fan of. What the
Full
fuck
screen?
is that?
It's gross. It's
Yeah.
unnecessary. Unless you're driving a point home, or
But
see, I work in AV, so switching is one of the things that I've done before. So knowing what content to put up in your program at any given time, when you're using a bunch of cameras, let's say, and
I think it's hard to. I think you have a real good rule book or writing down. If you want to go for a great live stream, you have to make a plan. Okay.
I don't. I wing it.
But I think if you
it depends on what you're doing, though.
Yeah. Listen,
Because
for me, it's
to actually make a good point in your favor here. Corporate stuff sometimes is very much by the book. So we're starting at 8:55. We're going to this. This has to change at 9 o'clock, right? And then we're going into this for however long he wants to speak, and then pick it up. So everything is fluid to that point.
For a production, for a production.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
I did try that to do that in the beginning when I started streaming on YouTube,
That's why
but it's
for the
not.
most part-
There's not always people. I'm not sure how to say that. Well, doesn't matter. But if yeah, it's a
I've done that.
production.
My favorite- my
If you wanna
favorite
if you wanna do it good, okay, you have to start here. Boom, talk about this news.
But it
Boom,
depends on
boom,
what
boom.
it is. So here's the thing. Here's another aspect of it that's not corporate AV. I've done switching where I've only had two cameras and they're operated by camera ops, and I'm on comms with them, telling them what to do, or telling them to hold shots, or telling them to move off of something or whatever. And I'm back behind the screen, and I'm watching. I can also see the reverse image on the screen because it's being projected onto the screen. But I have the monitor in front
that's
of me.
the same.
And I'm just switching the two of those guys, and maybe one what we call PTZ, which is under my control, which is
Until Zoom. Yeah.
and I switch around these three things, but I make it work, and try to make it look good, and I blend shots and stuff like that.
But
that
if you,
stuff I do all off the cuff.
yeah, but
I
if
do
you
it
look at
real
my
time
at my setup, I have it cheap, I only use a tablet for,
you don't need so
and
much.
I have OBS, and I use a tablet
You
to
don't need
switch.
cameras like other
No.
than what you got there.
Yeah,
You know?
I got 3-4 cameras, but I don't need them because
No, exactly. Yeah, but you could use those, and you could set up like multi-angle friggin' shit.
Yeah, exactly. But that's something, my right side
You don't need
isn't. My right side isn't the best because I miss teeth. So yeah, I just keep it like this because
You ain't kidding.
No,
You're
but
not.
you know what I trying to explain. You know, if you want to have a good show, yeah, well,
Yeah.
make a good rolling book, or how you call that in English, writing. Yeah, it's just like a
lost it.
movie. Just fuck.
I love when you do
Doesn't
this.
have. Doesn't yeah, but
To be quite honest,
but
I
you
love
know,
when you do this.
but
I
you
love
know,
when
you know
talk
what
with
I'm
English.
talking about, right? You know, you just
don't.
have a plan, okay? We're inviting Airpass, and we're starting to talk well, so that people know you. Boop boop. That's the first one. Second one, okay, we're playing a little video from Airpass with some music, and we keep quiet. Okay.
Right.
Third one, we're gonna have a better talk in what blah, blah, blah. How you call that? Plan. Just a plan.
Timeline.
Yeah, well, not. But before
Timeline,
you
relationship.
Before you
Are you
started, you
talking
know.
about? Are you? No, but hang on. Now, are you talking about our relationship and how it's progressed over the past? all through this?
No. I'm just giving an example.
That's what it sounds like.
I'm just giving an example on how. No, I do have fun with you coming on the live stream and talking a bit. That's
Yeah, well,
simple as
that is what you're talking about. Yes. Okay. So no, it's well, yeah.
It's just
that
no.
natural
But
progression.
there's
But
more
you
people.
can't just invite anybody out of the fucking blue. and just
Nah,
fucking
you
jump
gotta
in and
watch
start
out.
doing-
Although I do always put a link in the chat, so everybody can jump in.
Yeah, but I'm sure you're rejecting a lot of people.
No,
You must be.
no, it's
That's,
been.
if people jumping in, you're telling them no.
You know the thing, AirPods is well, well, not I. Yeah, well, I had like 3-4 years ago, you're seeing a lot of live streams, and drones were hot 4 years ago, and I thought, let's start drone TV, drone TV. So I searched drone TV. There was one drone TV, but two videos or something.
I don't know of any other one. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, but if you look up drone TV in YouTube, you see a couple of hits, and
I've never had to do it.
and so I thought, okay, let's start this. I started to. It wasn't as sleek as this because there was one guy helping me, because he's better in the OBS, etc. Programming, and he learned me some things. Yeah, I'm not sure.
OBS too, and I know how to do it use it for screen recording and stuff like that. But like as for broadcasting, I think I've only ever done that like once or twice before at work, like just kind of practicing it. But I've lost it already. Like I can't remember even.
Yeah, it's not that hard, but you. If you want to make it look nice,
See, to me, well, it depends on the content you're trying to create. But for me, the iPhone is enough. Like if I wanted to go live,
it is for most people.
I just use my fucking iPhone. I don't go
but
live,
you don't go live, But if you do
the only
things
time
like
I've gone live, most of my lives have been from my drones.
yeah, well, like I said,
Which is nice. It was novel.
4 or 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years, or
Yeah.
3 or 4, 3, 4.
It's no longer a thing, right?
Nobody did it, and I said in that
All of a sudden,
I hate the word community because that's the YouTube word, community.
Community
For
guidelines.
me, it sounds like if I'm or community. I'm not in a community. I just like to
Which bar?
community. It's like I'm in a Catholic community or in you know, in some kind of community. Get it? What I'm?
It is though.
Yeah, but
There's a certain
I don't
style
like.
of guy thing. You don't have to
just
call it community,
I don't
but
like
there's
that
a certain-
word.
There's a certain genre of people that come visit your site.
Yeah, yeah, but it's
right?
not
There's
called.
no question about that.
Yeah, but it's not called a community. You know, it's just.
Not really.
Yeah,
No,
but
you're right.
but they,
It's not really-
yeah,
really-
I just have
it's
a hateful
It's
relationship.
a group. You can still call it a group
Yeah, that's better.
because it's
A group,
it's a collective.
group,
There you go.
or-
That's the word you want. A collective.
And not like community. It sounds dirty, you know, like
Collective doesn't. Just call it a collective.
but
done
community does, and that's why I'm
Yeah.
talking. And then I started. Well, I started streaming, and it doesn't, you know. But I had I can put with OBS. Okay, I can put 4 screens up here. Up, okay.
No, I've never. I've seen stuff where people put a bunch of streams and stuff up, but I've never seen anything like yours where you're.
That's because nobody
you're
has.
hosting almost 100% other people's
Yeah.
flying skills. I don't even know if you've ever put any of your own up there.
No, I never do that. In the live stream, I don't put myself up. No,
Yeah.
I just do it for.
But you
Yeah,
do
well,
fly. You have FTV. Right?
Yeah. Here I have.
You do have to have some kind of an interest, and if you got any kind of an interest at all, you
I fly.
no doubt
I
have a
fly.
drone of some sort.
Didn't you see my latest? Oh, what the fuck? Where is
I
the
don't think so.
button?
Oh, there's your
Yeah.
foot or your sneaker, one or the
Oh
other.
yeah, again. No, I fly. My last flight was. I'm not in FPV like
Well,
these
let's fucking
guys.
see it. It's enough talk, and let's see it.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Didn't you should have seen it? You're.
Listen, when I'm on YouTube with you, that's when I'm on YouTube,
Okay.
right? That's when I have time to be doing anything. The rest of the time, I'm either sleeping or working.
I'm gonna check. Even kijken how did I do it? Video.
This guy.
News. Nee.
Lick my balls.
Even kijken hoor. Fuck's sake.
What the fuck, Rules? Come on, man.
Mate,
You
do
got
you know?
this shit. You
I've
got this
got.
shit figured out. This is like all you gotta do is make.
I have way too much scenes.
Pop it up.
I have way too much scenes. But
Oh, too many layers. That's the problem.
here it is.
So I don't like about digital boards, digital audio boards. Just
Yeah, but then this is on the computer, eh? So you have all.
They're all computers. Now.
Even kijken.
Everything
FPV.
is a fucking computer.
En
Audio boards are computers now,
open.
basically.
Okay.
And
What?
so are lighting boards.
Here. This is one of my latest flights on the YouTube
Holy
channel.
static.
Yeah.
What are we getting here? 5.8 or 2.1 or what frequency are you on for video?
A race band 2 R2, but it's not the best. Not the best VTX, but that's how I fly. And I have to say the DVR is worse
It's not
than.
bad.
Nah,
I mean, for seeing basic objects, it's not bad.
well, I bought a HD Zero. It should be way better. I still have to build a quad, but. Yeah. But I don't see it like this on my goggles. The DVR is worse than the.
Yeah.
Poor little rickless bastards.
Yeah, I used to fly with the backtrack.
Denny.
Fat tracks were always, they looked better than what came off the DVR.
Yeah, this is a Fat Shark Hard Day 3 or something, I think, the goggles
Okay.
with DVR, so it's an old.
I think I had twos. Fat Shark 2, I think.
See,
No,
now
original
I'm
Fat
flying
Shark
a little
is
bit.
what I
Oh, yep. Now, this is the right like I'm flying
Nice.
from to the right from me. Between those three. And then when I go, you see, now it's behind me. It's getting a little bit better.
You're going about the speed that I would, I think, once I became.
Yeah,
fairly
mate,
comfortable.
I need to practice so much.
Oh, yeah,
I
well,
really.
that's what it's all about.
Hey,
eh?
now I'm going in front of me,
Whoa.
and you see there's my van
Hey.
on the right. The white.
I'm not seeing it in the same time as. what
Yeah,
you're
you
speaking.
get it, but you probably see it.
Right about now. You saw a gray thing off to the right.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
see now my visual is better from.
Yeah.
So as soon as
It's cool because I've got videos of me flying similar breakup, similar look to it. You know, it wasn't real high def or nothing, but you could fly by it.
Yeah, well, like I said, in the goggles I don't see it like that. In the goggles it's look
No, I know,
well,
yeah.
a little bit better. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I bought.
Right,
I have. There's a new stuff on the way. New goggles.
I'll never forget the shit-eating grin on my face the first time I had Fat Shark goggles on and took my quad up, flew up a lake like
You know, mate.
800 meters, right?
I came from.
Unbelievable.
I came from a freaking DJI thing. Took me a couple of months before
Okay. I went
Before
the
I
other way.
could
See,
fly,
started
FPV,
Hongo
you know?
stuff.
I'm
Yeah,
so
I just started the
I am so happy I can just
Mm.
over or
I mean,
fly
the
in
stuff that I
acro.
built- The stuff that I built was FPV, but it's not the FPV that we see today, which is, I don't know, it's different category altogether. What I was building was flame wheels, like the Hong Kong. Well,
but
DJI ones first, and then later the Hong Kong.
those are the GPS camera drones, eh?
Yeah. It's
and
just
and
like
and and
GPS,
and those
platform,
controls are pretty
battery on
simple,
it,
you know.
way to go. Yeah. So
I like it. I
Anything
like it
that
a
you
lot.
wanted to add, including a camera or stabilization or landing gear or, tracking system, anything else that you wanted to add had to be added. Like, there's nothing else came with this. Like, you had to buy the flight controller.
and build
You had
it.
to buy the ESCs and the motors separately. You
But
had to
that's
buy
what
the
we
frame
do.
separately.
What we do nowadays with FPV too, eh? Because you look
Well, yeah, no doubt. But I mean, there's more intricate
Yeah,
now. It's
look.
more.
here.
It's a lot more advanced now.
If you see my bag,
What's up?
there's one FPV drone in here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. One of these little
Frame,
quads, yeah.
motors.
Yeah, no doubt,
ESCs,
no doubt. Yeah, they're not. Well, they
FPV
don't need to be
cam-
very big. In fact, they're better if they're not bigger. I would say, and just more powerful, higher spinning fans.
I put them on my back. Yeah, it's just an
I can
FPV.
imagine.
You know.
I can imagine what a drone of like that size.
Did you ever?
with, like,
Did you ever?
with the
Did
top
you
and
ever
bottom
flown?
motors on
Did you?
on each leg?
Did you ever flown FPV?
Like, the torque that thing would have.
Did you ever flown FPV?
Yes, I had Fat Sharks. I built flame wheels, put flight controllers on them, GPS flight controllers, put a camera on it, and flew it with Fat Sharks using the 5.8 gigahertz.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of fun. Lots of fun.
Yeah.
And then I
It's,
started building stuff bigger.
Yeah,
than
that's
that. And then I
if
started using
you
ground
wanna go
stations.
stable and
Ground
better
station,
camera.
yeah, I started putting gimbal. You had to put your own shit on it. I built a hexacopter, put a gimbal on it, put a board camera on the front for piloting.
Yeah.
That
then,
didn't move, right? No gimbal, no nothing. Accessory battery, main battery, all balanced out. Fly tracks for tracking and GPS location three-dimensionally.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Fuck, what else? I had a 1 milliwatt 5.8 VTX and receiver for video.
Yeah, that shit is all.
Mushroom antennas.
Yeah.
I had flight controller antenna extension down to the leg. The stuff on this rig was just unbelievable. And one time it flew away, it got kind of fucking out of sorts, and I didn't know what was going on with it, and it got out of control and got away from me out over the ocean.
Wow, that's honest of you.
I was in a boat.
Yeah, I had I one time I had and it was a GPS drone with a camera. It was the DJI Spark, and it went. One time I had it went crazy, mate. And
Well, this didn't go crazy. It lost signal just for
put it
like
down, put it down, put it down.
Right?
Yeah,
so
for
it
me,
lost signal for a minute, and then I picked it up on the other side. I thought, but then I started thinking, I'm not sure, and then it was so far away I couldn't tell. So what I ended up doing was I turned off the iOS or whatever it's called. It's something with the joystick, so you can move it away from you or move it close.
And
I
just
turned all that off, and I turned the rig a little tiny bit. I can't even remember why I did that, but I started pulling back. And when I pulled back, I saw the rig start coming across the sky this way. So I said, okay, it's going that way. That's the ass of it. If I put a little bit of yaw in this way to the right, if it starts to stop moving, it's probably either coming towards me or going away from me. So I did a little bit of that and made it stop moving. And then I thought, okay, it's coming towards me. And I kept holding back on the stick, and I got the fucking thing back, man, aboard the boat. $2,700 I had in the air.
Yeah,
and got it back.
I like I said, I had it once, and nowadays it wouldn't bother me anymore, because I'm used to FPV flying, So then you have the muscle memory, Boop, boop.
Yeah, you get used to that. Yeah,
but
in
the beginning when that happened, mate, God damn it.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. In fact, I thought recently, I wish I could get my hands on exactly what I built before, like a rebuild a flame wheel, right? Yeah, no. I'd love to just do that and put a KK2 board on it, right? Nothing fancy, no GPS, just auto stabilization, right? Manual all the way, baby. And just put a 6S battery on it, overpower the fuck out of it, and just drive it till the motors burn up.
Yeah, but that's what I've got in my bag here. What you want?
Put a GoPro on it, right?
Yeah, but that's what I got in my bag here. So
GoPro has its own stabilization now. I'm sure it's not that bad.
GoPro is doing great, mate. And if you got subscribing thing, for like 80.
They keep sending me stuff, but I don't really read it because I can't afford anything new from them.
No,
but I've had
like,
numerous GoPros.
I have a problem with returning paying things,
Okay.
But for the GoPro, not a problem, but I don't like it, It's every month you have to pay like 10 and you pay 15 for Netflix and you pay 10 for...
I don't pay GoPro for anything. Why would you pay GoPro for anything?
Because then if you crash your GoPro or your GoPro is messed up...
Oh, you're paying for insurance. Okay, well that's different. You opted into that.
No, but it is from GoPro, So when you send in like a GoPro Hero 5 and it's broken, they probably send you back... because they don't have a session 5 anymore, they send you back like a better one.
But it's a warranty program. But you had to opt into that.
But you have to pay for it.
You can say, I don't want to be a part of your program anymore and not pay that money and then not avail
but
services.
If you're into FPV and you put a GoPro on your, then it's a pretty good. Then it's a pretty good, cool deal, And
I would too if I was flying like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure out of all the footage you see, there's all kinds of footage of people flying into trees.
I can't fly like that, man. I tried. I need to practice way more to even get on the level of the 3 people that are flying now.
Yeah, I'd like to build an old school one. Just a regular 4S battery, KK2 board. You know,
I think, in my opinion, I think
9800 kV.
I think
Was it?
you're
No, 54, 540 kilovolt.
yeah, motors. I
Motor.
don't know what you. I'm terrible at picking. But I think if you sorry, if you and I really think so. If you go on to the modern flight controllers, you had flight controllers back in the days, you know, and if you do the jump to 2023, you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed how much it
is
leveled up, and how much
I
you
went
can.
through it all. I've been at this since 2013. Like 2013 was the first year I had successfully, with someone else's help, attained flight with GoPro, and that's it. Like I had a KK2 board, a GoPro, and a Hong Kong quadcopter. Right?
Like
that was
I
it.
said, for me, it's
And I
amazing.
remember taking that off on the front lawn, and I just did a little tiny hover at around 4 or 5 feet,
Well, you're,
and then put it
you're
back down on the ground.
54,
and I
eh?
called
You're
that a success
54.
rate.
Could you imagine? You're 54. Could you imagine when we were kids, like
Oh, dude!
8, 9, 10,
mind
that we
fucking
could?
blown.
I
Dude,
had
you know
I
how much
had a
they
little.
talk about
I had a
this
RC
device
car,
that
a
sits here in
plastic.
front of me? This device that sits here. Now forget that. This device that I'm talking to you through right now. It sits
Yeah,
in front of me.
that's a different.
This thing right here. If you told me as a 10-year-old boy that this would be in my possession at some point in time, exactly what this is and all that entails, all it can do, and full understanding of all that it is, I would say you're fucking nuts. No way. That's not going to happen. Not in my lifetime.
You get.
And here we are. It's amazing. It's like you're carrying around a computer that's not only just a computer
always say
anymore.
that.
It's
It
an
is a
extremely
computer.
powerful computer, powerful camera, a cellular phone. You know, like
I always say it's
an email
the
thing,
freaking
fax,
phone. If you got a
for-
freaking phone, come. Well, not every
it blows
phone
my
is
mind.
cool, but
I used to be really so good at electronics and this sort of stuff. At one point in time, I grew up with a VIC-20. My parents.
hey, Vic
my
20,
mom
that was
good
my
enough-
first computer,
My
mate.
mom was smart enough, I will say, that one year she said, "We're going to combine your gifts together, and I'm getting you a VIC-20 for Christmas." Me and my
that was
sister,
my first
right?
computer.
We're going to combine your
my
gifts. And I was like, "Yeah." Well,
VIC-20.
she was down, I was down. We got a VIC-20. Well, my sister lost interest pretty quick, but I fucking took the
remember
and
typing
that's why I love
load.
computers, and that's why I
Did you
learned as much as I
have it
did.
with a cassette or with a floppy
Yeah,
disk?
yeah, data cassette. Yeah,
Yeah.
data cassette would
Yeah,
store
I had the
any
VIC
saved-
20. The
saved
VIC
information.
20 was with a, I think with a cassette indeed. And then I had the Commodore
yeah.
64, the Commodore 64 after
Commodore
that.
64 also
With
I think
floppy
that had
disks
that actually had
at
a
one
card.
point, because it came with
64 had a
1.44.
card. VIC 20 had the data cassette. Yeah.
And then I went
That's
game
a long time ago.
long time ago. Get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here, mate. Was a long
That's a
time
long
ago.
fucking time ago.
Nah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, well, it
And
is.
I always hung out with people who were interested in computers. So I've been using over the years, say in 8088, 486, of which was my first real desktop computer was a 486 SX Packard Bell. And then on from there, like, you know, it just kept growing. But yeah, I remember my buddy having an 8088 IBM. And us, you know,
IBM,
I remember what we were doing on it, like
I worked
green
for
screen, monochrome, fucking, oh my god.
Yeah, monochrome, yeah.
I grew up with it. I remember seeing MS-DOS in binders.
XT80.
5 1/4. 5
XT80.
1/4.
Remember the XT80? And then you had 286, 386,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
486.
286. Yes, I remember 286 before that. Yeah, a few of my buddies had that. That was when IBM come up with the Pentium.
And I remember the Sound Blaster, because you're a musician, of course.
The what?
The Sound Blaster. The Sound Blaster.
Ghetto Blaster.
No, it was a Sound Blaster. It was like audio capture card for in your computer.
Oh, right.
And
yes.
You had a lot
that's
of...
right. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Yeah. Remember the apps? What was the thing about the llama? Fuck. What was that? There was one app that adopted the llama as its like mascot or whatever, and it even played a little audio file when you opened it or whatever. And it was something, I don't know, it was a llama saying something.
Yeah,
I can't remember what the fuck that was. It's not ICQ, but it was around the same time.
Yeah, ICQ. ICQ. The good old ICQ, yeah.
Oh man.
God damn,
that's been so old now, right? Oh,
yeah,
that's crazy. Like that was new at the, well, obviously it was new at the time.
Were you into gaming?
That's very gauging. Very gauging.
Oh, I fucking...
Interesting.
Were you into gaming at any point, or just music?
Not in the truest sense. Not in the sense you're talking about. No, I didn't like grab onto it like that. I played certain things, mostly like not interacting online. Aviation simulators, aviation games, first-person shooters, sniper in particular. Other than that, no, not really. I got involved with the online part of it. I started when I was still living with my ex, and her young fella was into Call of Duty, and I ended up starting to play that. I ended up getting pretty good at it, and I ended up starting to like it a lot. So I stayed up, pretty late some nights fucking playing that shit. And it was on PS2, PS3.
Okay. So yeah.
So that's a while ago too. But now I still play Call of Duty Modern Warfare Mobile on my iPad. I still like it because I've always been a marksman of sorts. And I just like that aspect.
Yeah, I did a lot of Battlefield. I'm not sure if you know the game.
I've heard of that. Yeah, that's more strategy.
No, but you have different game dingen. You know, you can capture the flag or kill the most people.
Different ways to play it. Yeah,
different. And Battlefield is for me
like everybody for themselves.
Battlefield was like, especially Battlefield number 2. I liked it a lot because, it was like the real deal. You know, you were in the war.
Yeah.
You walking around in a big field and freaking bastard, you know, kill him.
Yeah. There's one that one of the
no bullshit weapons, you know, no laser shit.
Yeah, one of the guys I watch, he plays I forget what it's called now, but the realism is just crazy. It's just absolutely nuts, you know.
I have that new version of Battlefield. It's called now. It's Battlefield 2042, and you think you have a good computer, you know, and
yeah, that's the thing.
And it doesn't run. It doesn't run so great, you know. And but yeah, it's too much settings to find a good setting, so to speak, you know. And that's a kind of pain in the ass. But I am not a guy that I'm not used to that controls, you know, the game controls
Oh
from
yeah,
like
yeah. Trying to
PlayStation.
relearn new controls.
I'm a
is hard.
keyboard warrior, so to speak. You know.
I don't. No, I prefer to have the game console control, but I find learning a new game is often, you know, that's the
Yeah,
that's
but
the difference
for
right
me,
there.
it's
It's learning
I'm
what to press
yeah,
and when.
but
you know?
I am I'm a
don't like
mouse keyboard guy and hit the
Yeah.
buttons on the
Depends on what
keyboard.
I'm doing though. If I'm flying, I don't mind
could
my
I could
keyboard.
never get used. Yeah, maybe like you
Right?
say, flying. Maybe I can do that better nowadays on a. But I'm a computer gamer and not a PlayStation or Xbox.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I spent a bit of time at that, and I must say I did enjoy it. I didn't get, you know, like hooked on it, but I got
I got like I
attached to it
said,
for a while.
one game got me hooked, and that's Battlefield number 2, and that got me. But here you go again. There were a couple of guys, you know, and we were in the middle of TeamSpeak. I think it's called TeamSpeak. Yeah. TeamSpeak, you know, and then you can okay, let's go grab that flag, you know, where you go with your whole team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
bit-
and,
yeah,
and
that's adding an
that
element
was
to it. That's adding
awesome, you
another
know,
layer
it was
to it. That
awesome.
makes it more exciting.
That makes it very
No question.
interactual and interactive, yeah. And that for me, that was my internet gaming. That's
I can see
and
that.
that game was the best. Yeah. You know, I hate
Yeah,
shit.
no,
you know, I hate
It
laser
didn't go any
beaming
further
up and.
than Call of Duty for the most part.
Call of Duty is one of the most played games in the world, mate.
Yeah,
It is an amazing game also. Yeah, I was like more Battlefield. Yeah. I think it
I'm
was the
surprised that
same.
you can get the level of quality that you can and the level of accuracy when you're just using, like my iPad is a 2018, so it's like a 6th generation iPad, just a regular iPad, 9.7, 32 gigs of memory, and I can play that game on that thing no problem, because it does this particular thing where it loads fucking certain shit and just it archives it in memory.
I have to be honest,
cat-
mate.
catches and
I
shit.
never played a game in my life on a phone. Yeah,
No?
the race
Well,
game,
on
the race
the
game,
phone is different. On the iPad
race
is
game
better.
with you know, a race game where you
Yeah,
turn your
Where you
phone
tilt
to
it, yeah.
steer to the.
Yeah.
That's the one I did. I never.
I've played a bunch of those too.
I know a lot of people that also playing games like building a world or you know, the games where you can build a world and attack shit
I'm not
like
much into that.
I never.
Not like that.
No, it's not my.
Yeah, you got to build up everything. You know,
Yeah,
farming,
you start
it's
with
different.
nothing and you gotta.
You know, you got to do. If you do this before this, then it makes a difference. in the outcome.
you know, in my imagination,
It's cool and stuff.
but it's
not for me.
it's not my game, you know.
Yeah,
I just
think
like
it is cool,
I like
though. mean, the
I
whole
like to grab
concept of it is
I like to
pretty
grab
unique.
my mouse and then put the crosshair. Ah, there he is. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
You know,
fuck
kill
shit out of
him.
them. That's
Kill
what
him.
I'm to. So. I want to see positive results instantly.
And then they kill me. Yeah, last time I
Right?
logged in, mate,
Did
I
my
was
missile hit him? Yes, it did.
freaking
There he went
lazy.
full. Yeah.
I have a great internet connection, mate. And last time I logged in on that game,
I don't seem to have a
fuck,
problem with
you
that
know,
lately. I used to.
why can't I kill him? And then you look on YouTube and you look at the other people's, but most of the guys are using, like you say, are using like a PlayStation or, you know, a
Right.
dedicated and
So it's cross-platform?
a cross-pass. Battlefield
Oh, is that right?
20
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
they're going more cross. Battlefield 2042 is cross-platform You play with people on PlayStation or PC.
Okay.
Or, yeah.
I didn't realize they could do that, man. That's
Yeah,
fucking something. in
It
itself.
shouldn't be
is
that
holy
hard,
fuck.
you know, but because
On the fly, fucking translation from one language into another, like. And I know
Ah,
they
but
catch a lot of
it is
a lot
the
of
same
interpreted
game, you know,
already, but
the-
like, holy fuck, man, that's
yeah, but
that's
they're in
pretty
the same
incredible.
map, you know, the same game, same map. So
Yeah, the map. Well, the map is a different language, and that can be interpreted by both the same way. I can get that, but still,
you're
there's a
right.
lot of the-
It is,
you know,
yeah,
there's a lot of
different,
that's
yeah,
in two different
variables, and there's a lot of difference exactly
That's
in
crazy.
computer
Nuts.
or PlayStation and Xbox. Yeah. Yeah, but I think PlayStation won the gaming console gaming war.
Oh no question. I think in anybody's mind, if you ask them which gaming console is the best, they'd probably say that. I can't see anybody saying anything different, really. And the others are close, but it's just prevalent, and it's just the most talked about, the most advertised.
But
Probably
I had a lot of them, but like I said before, I can't get my hands on a controller. You know, it's
I don't mind. You know what? For racing games, especially especially motorcycle
if you look at the
racing
kids,
games,
mate, the
I
kids.
love the intuitiveness of having that joystick underneath my thumb.
I'm a keyboard warrior. Keyboard.
I can't
and
do
mouse.
that with a keyboard. You can't rock your thumb back and forth
Yeah,
as
you
if you're
can,
steering.
but
with a keyboard.
yeah,
You can't
can.
do that. It's
Uh-huh.
not the same thing, because you're at the top of a stick, and the stick is this long, and it's pivoting on this point. You get what I'm saying, right? I know you do. It's different. And with racing games like that, especially motorcycles, which I do enjoy quite a bit,
I can't.
to aim that thing exactly where I want to go.
If I do racing games, then that's not gonna work on a keyboard, of course, because I have to press a button to go right, and I can't make it a smooth right turn because I have to press a button, or I have to press the button like press.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah, that's not.
But you don't play racing games, so it doesn't matter.
And that's why I understand. But even then, I can't get that freaking.
I'll tell you what's cool. What's cool is playing racing games with the actual steering wheel and stick.
And
and
I had them.
That is cool. I gotta say. Did
you see how many it cost?
Well, you can get
how
cheaper systems.
expensive
This one
you can
wasn't that
make it.
expensive.
Let me tell you.
But yeah, you can spend a lot of money on it.
Red Bull brought out
Red Bull did? I can
one
imagine.
100,000 euros.
How much?
100,000 euros.
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
What? For
But
simulator?
it's if you look it up, it looks it's an amazing.
I just wonder what
it's
yeah,
not
it's not just,
some,
it's not just
you
a
know,
steering
you've
wheel,
got
a
your
shifter, and some pedals.
yeah.
It screens and everything. It's got to be.
But it is. I always, as a kid, you know, I got a couple of nephews, like from my sister, their sons, and well, they like sports, of course, and they always like gaming. The little kids nowadays, and one of them is. He's into sports, you know. Every sport on TV. If it's interesting enough, he likes it, you know. And
Right.
so he bought. Well, we saved, you know, money for a steering wheel, etc. But the freaking steering wheel was a lot of money, mate. It was almost 400 euros because the force feedback, you know, you get.
Oh, the force feedback, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Servos.
So
basically.
yeah, servo based. Yeah. Phew.
lot of money.
And that's just the starter steering wheel.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Now, if you want to build the whole, like, the
it's
real
crazy.
deal,
It's crazy.
yeah,
crazy.
you can spend some fucking money. I'm telling you. You know, I followed, of course, the aviation world. Somebody that I know that's an actual private pilot, he can afford to do that as well. Has a really, really high-end setup in his fucking basement for streaming Microsoft Flight Sim.
Yeah,
And the cockpit he's got
is real.
fucking
Yeah.
is really nice.
I've seen
like, oh my
people.
God,
There's
incredible.
people that they have truck simulator or something. I know.
Oh yeah, that stuff too. Yeah. I'm not concerned with that.
Yeah,
I like the aviation side of things, but I understand that exists.
But it's the same thing, you know. If you're driving a truck or flying, you know, it's like
Yeah.
For me, it's the same thing, and different things, of course. But
Yeah, back up
it's
the truck
it's
is,
I did
yeah,
there
I mean,
some
simulator can help you with that. I can see that.
but
Help you understand what's going on.
I can't put my hand around, because let's be honest, if you need a curved monitor and this and that, because most of them have like 3 monitors, you know, one big one and two
Oh, well,
curved
listen,
ones
if
on
money
the
is
side.
no object, then have at it. Throw all the money at
Yeah,
it.
but
if
the
money is, then you don't need all that.
I've got one monitor and cheap one on the side.
Yeah, I'm still dealing with the same 24-inch monitor, Acer monitor that I've had like through now 3 computers. Which is incredible. This thing just keeps going, right?
This is my second main monitor in 20 years, so to speak.
Yeah.
Because
It's
the first
been
one.
almost as long.
But the first
I've
one
had
I had
13
here, I need.
13 years
It only had like it wasn't 1080p, you know, and okay, now it's time
upgrade
to upgrade indeed. But computer monitor isn't that expensive. Wow, but the more.
Well, I mean, it's a couple $100.
Nah, depends what you want to do.
Guess what? If I go to the fucking store, I'm prepared to spend $200. And
but
guess what? That might end up being $250.
I'm a cheap bastard.
That's the way I am with that stuff. Like the next best thing is $75 more. It's not too long before I go, yeah, give me that one.
Most the monitors, I think I'm like. I think my main monitor costed me like €300. The freaking bastard on the left here, like 220 or something. It's a little bit smaller. I think you can. It doesn't have to be that expensive.
Right,
but if you look at a real gaming monitor, you know, refresh rate, all that shit. Yeah,
which is what I was gonna get to.
Then I'm getting
a better one.
Doubles the money, of course, because they are. Well, but then you need this one. Yeah, fuck you.
I haven't gained
I just
on
buy
it yet,
it.
but I do. What I do have that I got from my sister for a dozen beer, I shit you not, is a 65-inch, 120 hertz 4K TV.
TVs don't cost a lot of money, if you look at
it didn't cost me any money. It cost me a dozen beer, which is not a lot of money to begin with.
No, but TVs, if you look, you can buy a TV. Sometimes, because TV is all much bigger as a monitor for your computer, you know. I was thinking, why wouldn't I connect just a normal TV? Also, a refresh rate is also great, of course, because it's a TV.
Everything I've had beforehand, I had a plasma 60.
Yeah, those were
55. I had a plasma 55 before this, but it still had the 60 hertz. This one here at 120. Man, I'm telling you, some stuff is unbelievably better. But most of the stuff, I'll say 80% of it, is the same, but like bigger, but without degradation. There's no degradation in pixel count or anything like that. The pixels are still there, and that's sitting like 4 feet away from the thing.
TVs also flat TVs like we're talking about now. They came from a long way, of course. It is.
I did. I do think that's an industry.
They have a bad.
Before I was in the industry that I'm in, well, this one now and the one before that, I was in a mom and pop stereo TV establishment as a salesperson. So we sold VCRs, stereo systems, high-end speakers, car audio.
I did that too.
Small stereo systems.
I think I was 21 or something like
that. Back when everything was CRT or cathode ray tube. Yeah. So glass tubes, right?
I even had to deliver the TVs with the big ass shit on the back, mate.
Yeah. And I was the first one in my area. I was the first one to sell an HD TV in my area way back in 1993, I think. And it was cathode ray tube. The first HD TV I sold was a cathode ray tube.
Like back in the days, I had like back in the days. It was a semi-flat
screen. So in order to have a semi-flat front screen, they had to build up the glass because you can't have it implode. It's got to be strong. So they had to build up the glass on the front of it. And because of that, this fucking thing, it was only 37 inch. Corner to corner, 37 inches.
I was when I was a kid, I had a black and white
at
TV.
Least 300 pounds.
When I was a kid, I had a black and white TV, and I could put like a coax cable in the back and put it out of the window, and then I had a little antenna because of the coax cable, and I could get like 3 TV stations, like number 1, 2, 3, and that was it was called 1, 2, 3 because the only
we had 3, 6, and 8.
And I had a black and white thingy where you could, with little screws, you had to adjust the
rabbit ears.
The
rabbit ears.
Rabbit ears. But those weren't good. It wasn't the best. The rabbit and black and white, mate. It was black and white. You were almost there. But I was I was like a kid, and like I don't know, like 7, 8 years old. I'm 51 now, and I was 7, 8 years old, and TV. It was a couple years before
Bob
it was
Barker,
a big
Black
deal.
And White. Well, no, Truth or Consequences. That's as far back as I can remember.
Poor little rickless bastards.
Danny.
Truth or Consequences was the predecessor to The Price is Right.
Yeah.
And they used to throw pies at the
Put the megahertz good or the hertz with the little wheel. And then the antenna was a little bit shoved away. Fuck. You had to go to the antenna and point it in.
The struggle was real, my friend. The struggle was real. I'm gonna roll another draw.
And now, we got internet.
As soon as I find it.
Don't ever need it again because you got internet. But it's looking from the pipe. Good times. I
enjoyed my formative years. I did a lot of fucking crazy shit. I've seen a lot of fucking crazy shit. And I wouldn't change a fucking thing, to be quite honest. Fucking...
In your life? You mean in your life or what?
Yeah.
I made some stupid mistakes.
Oh fuck, we all did, man. We all did.
But I made some big major mistakes that cost me like 10, 12, 13 years.
Me too.
of,
I've brought disgrace to my family and stuff like that. Like,
yeah.
you know. But
Well, not
we all live
disgrace.
through it.
Not
We're all better
disgrace.
for it, and we're all still here. And life
I
goes
didn't
on,
disgrace my
I'm not gonna dwell
family.
on too
Let's
much.
make that clear. But I did. You know, I was young, and you're.
We do stupid shit sometimes, but we learn from it. If you
I
don't
did-
learn from it, then it's a different story. But if you learn from it,
But it's
That's-
I'm not proud of
that's what's
that
better.
part of my life, you know, and it keeps haunting me in a little way. Well,
don't let it. Don't let it.
yeah, but it does, you know. It's always in the back of your mind.
Yeah, but
and-
you're in control of that, buddy. You're in
yeah,
control of that.
yeah, I
You
got
are
it.
in control of that.
I got it. I got it under control. But there's, you know, it's
Get it unlocked. You're just unsure. That's fine. You're gonna have moments of that.
it's just,
But like, you know, you got it. You got it. It's under lock. You got the fucking shit unlocked.
yeah, I'm not afraid of it anymore or something like that. But yeah, I'm not proud
Yeah.
of that.
It's probably got
Yeah.
nothing to do with it. That's okay. Right?
Ah, well,
Like I said,
listen,
you know,
mate.
fucking
My
past too. Probably got
my,
nothing to fucking do with it. Do I let it fucking dictate my future?
no. It
I'll give you.
doesn't
Sometimes you
dictate my-
kind of take pause, but you know what? You got to come out saying, "Don't matter."
It
It doesn't matter because going forward, you're not that same person.
No.
You're never that same
I'm
person.
I'm totally different now. That's simple as that.
Exactly.
And with,
Exactly.
I,
So how can you take something that was
I'm not
something that you were less of a person at the time, you know, or not less of, but
because
like,
I'm not.
you were a different
proud-
person at the time, and you're a better person now. So how can you effectively string that along as part of
Because
you
I'm not
now?
proud of that part of my.
No, but you don't need to be. You don't need to be. You can still put it to bed.
Yeah, but it's.
You can say
it's
you got
a-
control of it. You can say I understand.
Listen,
what
people
I did
people
that was
make
wrong.
people.
I've made necessary changes to, you know, to enable me to move on from that and know that I'm not going to do that again.
But you can make mistakes, or you can make mistakes. You know, there's like there's a mistake here and there's a mistake there, and why did
There's
I
different
always
levels of mistakes, is what
why
you're trying
did
to
I
say.
always went in the mistake like here and not like there, like a small mistake? That's okay. But if I look at my
Oh,
life,
it can't be that bad.
no, because I'm good now. Oh, well, not perfect, of course, but yeah, well, not like that anymore. But it's just, I'm always attracted to the, like, not the right path, you know? Always a little, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna look at
You know
the
what?
other side
You've
of
already
the...
learned from that. You've already fucking learned from it, so you'll never. There's
Of
paths
course
you're
I
not
learned
gonna
from
go
that.
down
Nobody's
as a
gonna...
result of you having gone down.
Nobody
paths
is
before,
gonna.
like
I'm older now and wise enough to not do that anymore.
Right.
But when I was
Right.
today, I went to my sister, you know, and then her son was there, you know. It's my nephew, long, skinny bastard, you know, because he's like almost 16, you know, the little guys, you know, long.
Right.
The teeth are still a little bit growing. Yeah, well, they're developing, so to speak. And he said to me, they are teasing me on school. You know, then I'm back in, yeah, well, like when I was a kid. What did they do? They tripped me while I was walking down the stairs. Did you fall? No, I didn't fall because I'm, you know. And what did he say? Yeah, he said sorry because he tripped you. Yeah. You know, that dude is still in progression, learning to.
Yeah.
I said to him, listen, mate.
That's all you can do in those situations. Is
Yeah,
is
but I don't like that, you know. It's so hard for me to
Well, it's not your
To-
obligation, first of all. You have to
Well,
understand that.
It's
You're
my,
not the parent.
it's my, yeah, but it's my
But-
mate. It's my mate.
I
It's
feel
my
obligated.
Mate. It's my
nonetheless.
mate. Yeah. And
would do something.
what would you do? That's basically what he said.
I would do so carefully. I
I said to him, yeah,
tell
well,
the child, in that situation, it's probably best if, blah, 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 blah.
yeah. Now I told him, did you talk to your school? Well, not teacher, but there's one dude, that has to.
Social worker.
Some guy at school.
Commissioner.
Did you talk to him?
Human resources, whatever.
No, he said no. I didn't talk to him or her. I'm not sure if it's him or her. But.
Mm.
And okay, I said to him, hey, and that's pretty smart of me, and that's what I'm proud of. I said, go talk to him. And if that doesn't work, I said, when you start shaking and you really start having enough of that assholes, and that guy or girl ain't helping, you kick ass. He looked at me like, what you talk to, Uncle Rooland? Yeah, Uncle Rooland.
Funky rules.
Yeah. But
Funky rules.
but today I went back, just visit a little bit, an hour, and I said to him, "Did you talk to your school principal or?" Yeah. It's again. Yeah, I haven't had problems in 3 weeks. He said. I said, okay, that's good. I said, but listen, if they start again, first thing you do is, knock the first asshole out, And then my father looked at me like van, Roland, and my sister, Roland. Yeah, I said, it's, that's how I had to do it also on the technical school. There weren't any girls on that school where I was. There were only guys, and some guys, mate, they were big and and I had and you come in like a little. Yeah. But nobody ever got me. Nobody.
I gotta take it off, dude. It's been nice though. I appreciate it.
Bedtime.
You have a good night. We'll talk to you soon.
Take it easy, mate.
All right. Cheers.
Later. Where's that? Freaking. Yeah. I think Mr. Apple's girlfriend is coming over, so he's soon out. That's pretty normal, of course, if your girlfriend is coming over. Yeah.
Lick my balls!
She's a roller coaster. Oh, she's so flame. I'm burning up inside, but I can feel no pain. I won't try to stop her. She can't be tamed. I'm so in love with her. I fall and try again. Get up and try. Get up and try again. Get up and try again. Get up and try again. Love the way we are together. I think we always stay this way. And I wanna build my whole world with you and no whatever. And our love will make us so much better. And there will be no more lonely nights. Baby, if you let me try, I give you what you want. Girl, take it when you go blind. You say that I'm just wasting my time. You say I'm too hard to handle and full of doubts. Say that I should give you up. I'm someone better, but baby, you're not. Giving you up, no, I ain't giving you up. I get up and try, giving you up, no, I ain't giving you up. Get up and try, giving you up, no, I ain't giving you up, no, oh yeah, giving you up, no, I ain't giving you up, no. She's a roller coaster, oh she's a flame. I'm burning up inside, but I can feel no pain. I won't try to stop her, she can't be tamed. I'm so in love with her, I fall and try again. Get up and try again. Get up and try again. Get up and try again. She's a roller coaster, oh she's a flame. I'm burning up inside, but I can feel no pain. I won't try to stop her, she can't be tamed. I'm so in love with her, I fall and try again. Get up and try again. Get up and try again. Get up and try again.
What you hiding from me? What you holding back? I think I saw you with another. I think I saw your hand slipping down. That look, that face smiling back at you is why you always wanna be around her. Be around her. Now I've come to terms over you. And although it hurts, there's nothing I wouldn't do. But I am outplayed, but I don't mind, no, that I got outplayed, 'cause I'ma need an upgrade. I thought you would see me crying. Would you? No, don't have to clarify it.
poor little rickless bastards.